Now we're ready to go with the final budget item, which is the dollar amount for stipends for the employees. And Amy has provided us with a document which gives us the figures. Michelle, would you like to talk about that?
Well, yes, I would. It's good news. When we first ran our numbers, using our fiscal plan and, compared that to our, salary study from WIS, we were cautiously optimistic for $1,000 stipend to be able to offer that at $1,000. And, when we go back and look at the numbers and run the math, we actually have enough money to increase that to a $1,500 stipend.
That's good news.
That's very good news. We're very, very happy to share that.
Yeah, and I will say, and I won't give any percentages, I won't give any amounts because somebody will prove me wrong. But that's pretty close to either being at what a COLA would have been or more for most salaries. So I know there was some question about not getting a cost of living increase. So the $1,500 will equal or be more in some cases than a COLA stipend or a COLA increase would have been, I believe. So
For the majority.
yeah,
of our
a majority.
employees.
Right. So now, everybody has the numbers in front of us. Everybody may not feel the same way, so we're gonna open for discussion. I'll go first. I am in support of the $1,500 as previously stipulated. So from there, we can start at either end of the table and for discussion.
Well, I'm gonna be opposed, and I think everyone knew that. I think the first time we did stipends, it was because of an extraordinary circumstance that was COVID. And we also had ARPA funding that would support the stipends. And although I'm all in favor of the employees getting raises, I don't think this is the way to do it. I think that it should be in the form of the salary, because this goes away next year. It's gonna create a whole new set of circumstances and variables to match what we're paying out this year. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
I understand your concerns. I just think with, given the fact that we've had the Wagner, Irwin and Shealy or WIS study, we've adhered to it. There's going to be some people that have benefited as far as raises and other people that were already at certain levels. I think this is a good one-time, presumably, method of, like you just said, giving them some sort of increase. Generally close to what a COLA might be. It's a good way to do it this one time, given these circumstances that we have. So I'm for it.
I'm just gonna say, I know everybody's tired of hearing from me, so I'm just gonna say I'm for it.
I hear what Jonathan T. Myers is saying, and I understand the position he's coming from. But if our pay philosophy was consistent base pay within similar job classifications, this was the only way to acknowledge the people, employees who were already being paid above that similar base pay and not increase their base pay even further than what it already was.
Mr. Dittmers,
I have nothing to add. I'm supportive.
Mr. Bates,
I'll just say as I've been on previous councils, I've always been for improvement, compensation for employees. And within, of course, the idea that it's within a balanced budget. And I see this as being within a balanced budget. And I think that personally, I think we should go for it.
okay. Further discussion, anyone? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Could I ask one more question?
Absolutely.
Motion, just for
Absolutely.
clarification. So that my notes and Amy's notes match, did we nail down the specifics of the stipend?
Do
and
you
how
want
it's-
to read the specifics again for us, please?
Please.
I would love to.
Thank you.
It's for full-time employees, including elected officials, and the chief deputy coroner, who is a salaried part-time position. It's $1,500. The employees have to be employed from July 1st through 12/31 continuously and still be employed at the time the stipend is paid, which should be around no later than the end of March of 26.
I think by looking at the parameters for the last stipend we did, that pretty much covers everything.
That begs another question. We had the conversation about if someone's pay increase is between 0 and 1,500, are we truing it up to total of 1,500?
Yes, and we voted on that the other day, so
So that-
if their raise was $500, they're gonna get 1,000.
Right, I want to make sure that's
Yep.
clear. to
Yep,
everybody.
that was
Okay.
voted on the other day, assuming the stipend's paid.
And again, that was to accomplish the goal of consistent base pay.
Right.
So yes, but not penalize them if they were close to the $1,500 number.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, very employee friendly, this group.
So, further discussion? If not, and we don't have to read these, guess what?
Do you want to talk
Tiffany, I'm
about,
sorry, you're sitting below.
I'm like, do you want to talk about the max language that'll be put into the final adoption in the salary ordinance that we discussed, or
No, I'm not hearing the
the
max.
maximum, how it's,
Max.
the max is going to be entered into the salary ordinance that way, and that if
Until we get the scale.
yes,
Okay,
Salary range.
do you want to, I know, I can't ever remember.
I'm helping you.
Yeah. Do you want it, you want me to take it or you want to?
Go ahead. Do it.
Okay. In the salary or, and Tiffany, stop me if I'm wrong. In the salary ordinance, we have asked the language to be placed in there on these base salary pay. For instance, example, if someone, if it says that the base pay is $50,000 and you hire a new employee, if you hire that new employee, the language that's going to be in there this year is going to say it's at your discretion up to that maximum of $50,000 that you start them. So you could very well say, you know, for the first 90 days, you're going to get this, and the first 120, you'll get this, but this is the maximum that you will receive. Next year, when we work on longevity, we will have
Salary range.
a salary range. I want to call it something else, a salary range saying when you're hired, you'll make this of that maximum. And then after that, you'll go to this and so on and so forth. That will stop, hopefully, hiring someone in off the street at $50,000 when you've got an employee that's been here 20 years, making that same $50,000. So it does give the elected officials and the directors and the office head some discretion this first year until we do get the salary range
Mhm.
guidelines in place. So that's just,
And-
that was brought up by going over the salary or the parameters for the salary ordinance. So, before I ask, do we need to take a vote on that and we can discuss that? Is it at this point, we need to discuss the two items we were gonna add to the salary ordinance as far as the coroner and the surveyor were concerned on full-time line items?
you can, but just to piggyback off what you said, that's how it's always been entered.
Yeah.
This is not a change. This
Okay,
has
so that-
always entered that. We just want to clarify that there is a little bit of discretion that's not being removed in the event that it's a new hire and it's based on experience level. The elected official or department head that enters that new salary for a new hire, for example. And I know we're not doing new hires, we're talking about people that leave a position and a line item that's already opened. They do have to put why in there. There has
Right
to
on the
be,
140, the
Yes.
744.
or I don't know what the form is,
Yeah,
but
yeah, so you've always had that discretion. We're not
Correct.
changing
we're not changing
anything.
anything, or
It's
just,
just not being eliminated, but
Right.
next year, assuming our plan goes through, there will be specific guidelines
right.
on
And
salary ranges.
The goal next year is to set a minimum to maximum.
Right, minimum to maximum, yeah.
And I think that will go to some of Jonathan T's heartburn and mine as well at times, that we allow the elected officials and department heads to make decisions for their people that they would know better than we do up here. They'll have next year, they should have a minimum and a maximum that they can pay. But this year, no change. right?
If you
So-
want to talk about that, you're more than welcome to. It's got to be done per statute. It will
Oh.
be on the final adoption for the registered and unregistered surveyor, part-time, full-time coroner, in addition to medical doctor versus non-medical doctor.
Yeah. What we ran into with WIS this year, just for clarification. We found that there were some line items missing in our,
Salary ordinance.
in our salary ordinance, in order to, calculate some wages by statute, we have to have certain positions. And the example that I use for that is a licensed surveyor with a non-licensed surveyor, a full-time coroner with a part-time coroner, because some of those jobs are percentages. It's so even though we don't have anybody in those, we have to establish that line item in case we ever do get them, or even if we don't, to have that percentage per statute to figure out what the other pay is going to be. And I don't believe those have been in there prior to, so salary ordinance will include that as well this year. And I think those are the only three things that we needed to talk about. Right? Was that the only?
I think
Okay.
so.
So now I will open up for up here for anybody that wants to chime in, have anything to say, any recommendations or any thoughts
Well,
on that?
and I may be getting things out of order, out of the line. But should we go ahead and approve our budget and the stipend and then or is
I
it all
don't
just
know,
a
that- I
motion?
don't know that this even requires a vote, what we're
Right.
talking about now in the salary ordinance. I think it's
Yeah.
more of a discussion.
Right.
Okay,
To see if anybody has any problems with it, so, but
Yeah.
yes, that's a very good point.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
thank you.
So let's back up then, and let's go back to the,
Our budget.
yeah, the council budget for the one line item that we did not get completed. And, Amy, are you exact on these numbers? Do we need to read these numbers in or just the $1,500 amount?
Those are ballpark,
Uh-huh.
so, you can just,
Make a motion for that line item and stipulate it's $1,500. Is that what we need to do?
So don't use the grand total because it's approximate.
Okay,
Understand?
somebody have it in front of them? So it is going to be 1157-0135 Food and Beverage Council. That's gonna be I believe, approved as approved on first reading with a change to the stipend of $1,500. Is that correct? Okay. There you go. If somebody wants to take it.
Yeah.
I'll make the motion. I'll make that motion. So I made the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have, first by Mrs. Burton, a second by Mr. Mallers. Further discussion?
Repeat the motion, please.
Fund 1157-0135 Food and Beverage Council Budget. Approve as approved on first reading, with the exception of the stipend for county employees will now be $1,500 as opposed to $1,000. You okay? And then we had a second by Mr. Mallers. What?
No, nothing.
Amy, I'd like a roll call vote on this one, please, if you would.
Ron Bates,
Aye.
Don Dittmers,
Aye.
Michelle Ann Graves,
Aye.
Pamela Burton,
Aye.
John Mallers,
Aye.
Jonathan T. Myers.
No.
Thank you.
I have no idea where we are now. I think are we done?
Motion passes 5-1.
Thank you.
I need a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second,
We have a first by Mr. Mallers to adjourn, a second by Mrs. Graves, all in favor.
aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your patience.